Hello, our Patriot family, and welcome to another episode of the Patriot Brothers. I'm your producer, host, and brother Zach Smouse, and with me are your Patriot brothers YoReSpot and YoReTube developer Brandon Dees, the conservative patriot, and your Patriot sister K Red Lotus. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing the Operation Lockstep and how it's affecting today. This started in 1902 when the Rockefeller family started eugenics, which is a form of depopulation.
Good intro, Zach. Good intro. Way to kick it off.
We're all here for now until they shut us down. Which will be over on YoReSpot and YoReTube.
Right.
So I'm going to learn something because I've actually never heard of this before.
Me either. This is something new to me, too.
Event 201, and it's everything to do with the Rockefeller Foundation, really.
All right, let's pull this lid open. Hiya!
And if you look in the private chat, Brandon, I just posted the link for the SPARS document.
Yeah, I clicked it and I don't see anything in private. I don't see anything in private tab.
Oh, hold on. Maybe repost it.
Oopsie daisy.
I think you don't see like what's previously been posted unless you were in there when it was on. Like you. I mean Screwtube. I mean CommieTube. Whichever.
Right.
Now it doesn't want me to post it.
Aye.
Clipboard's being censorship. There you go.
What is it? What is it nowadays? Oh shit.
YoReSpot and YoReTube aren't censored.
So when is this document from?
Which one? The SPARS document is from 2017.
What we're looking at right now on screen.
Oh, I don't know, Zach. I haven't seen that one. I've seen similar, but
I'm just curious. Yeah, that's
Excuse me.
explaining exactly what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. Yep. Step by step.
hey,
What was that? Avalanche back? Oh, he's back. Awesome.
Yeah, I think the document on the screen started. I don't know when they officially come out with it, but I know for a fact it was in effect in 2010.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh shit.
It's all
two.
been planned for way.
This is what I've been
longer
saying this whole time. Is what this is the 5G along with just a different variant of the flu.
Yep.
But it's a 5G that I think is really making people that are actually getting sick. It mimics the symptoms exactly to the flu.
Yeah, makes sense.
You guys read any of the emails that were from Fauci's computer?
Weaponized vaccine.
I had a link to it. Somebody had, I think Latin Patriot shared it with us. The link to all the emails.
And now my state, they're going to be looking at the emergency declaration again. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, he was actually funding the group that was building this over in Wuhan before it was even mentioned. I mean, if you go back, what was it, a year before COVID came out, or maybe it was a couple months before it actually got spread around.
Yeah.
He was already funding it, and he told Trump that he was going to be dealing with a viral pandemic before it was actually even out.
Yeah, my question is, how would he know? Because he funded it.
Well, because he funded it along with and he used the same bullshit. It's literally got the same markers as AIDS, okay? If you go back and look, I don't know if you guys ever watched the actual pandemic documentary.
I did.
It breaks it all down. I mean, he was part of the research, funding of creating fucking AIDS and this, and he pushed the same bullshit medicines for both of them.
Yeah. I was actually watching the Pete Santilli show last night, and there's a girl that was permanently injured by a vaccine. Like she was like fidgeting and everything. I'm like, holy hell! Like she could even stop it. She's just like fidgeting, and it's like, wow.
Ooh, my favorite Russian's in the chat. Sasha!
Come on up, buddy.
Sasha, I meant to send you a link. I got a link for you here. About, there was a Brighteon, on Brighteon there's a new thing about, I think it's like an hour and a half long, about 5G apocalypse.
5G.
There's actually a video on TikTok, like a group of people, like a big, large mass of people, just standing there, like not doing anything.
Dude.
It's like standing there like they're programmed or something.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot lately. People look like 5G zombies, man. That's what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though is a lot of people that are even awake to this still doubt the 5G shit. But think about the first quarantine with Americans involved. The first quarantine was actually also the first cruise ship that deployed 5G. The Princess cruise ship.
Well, and also, like, the first city to have it was activated was Wuhan. And what did we see? We saw people dropping dead like flies on the street. And then all of a sudden that supposed Wu flu comes here, and nobody's dropping dead on the street.
Well, they turned it down a little bit.
Well,
I think
exactly what I've been saying. And if you look at a map of 5G and you compare it to a map of coronavirus, deaths, it's almost the exact same. Like the zone equals the death area.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People are so blind to what's blatant in their face.
Hey, Lemmy.
How you doing?
Good.
Hi, Lemmy.
I love the hat.
Yeah, what about the mask?
I won't ever wear it.
Max is as useless as Joe Biden.
Yeah. So Joe and the Ho gotta go, and this mask is as useless as Joe Biden. He beat up Corn Pop or something like popcorn or something like that shit. Now get this off my face. Now I can breathe, but I lost my headset.
Mask is another way of dehumanizing everybody.
Yeah.
Truly.
You know,
Can't
think of all these
love your
babies that are being
smile
born.
if I can't see it.
Exactly. And a smile is everything. I am one of those people that believe, even if you don't like somebody, or even if you've had a really fucking shitty day, like, you should walk through the store, and anybody that you make eye contact with, no matter how bad your day, you should smile, because that shit is infectious, and it changes. It's the ripple effect, butterfly effect, whatever you want to call it. It can literally change a whole lot. And also, I'm one of the people that I believe that even just small conversation, especially like when you're in a
Oh,
grocery
thank God.
store and it's that little old lady that probably hasn't spoke to anybody today or probably won't speak to anybody. She's tried to call her granddaughters. Nobody picks up. Everybody's too damn busy staring at their fucking phones. You know, talking to that little old lady, just bullshitting with her. It could literally make her day and make her day, you know, go on a little bit further. I don't know.
One of the wealthiest people I ever known, he told me that you just go up to somebody, you compliment them, you ask them their name, you talk a little bit about them, and ask about their background, their family, you know, where they've lived, you know, things they've done, and then say, hey, what do you do for a living? Or you're probably wondering what I do for a living. And that guy was making $7 million a month.
Wow.
And a great man. I miss him dearly. And I want to show people how he does things, you know, because we all have a future here. You know, we're not stuck in this United States where everybody's going to go broke really soon because of taxes, because of raising minimum wage, you know, because of, you know, closing down pipelines. And you know, it's just insanity that we have moved into.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Sasha.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, yeah, we're doing good.
Well, you guys are my favorite Americans, by the way, too.
Yay!
Awesome.
Sasha, if it bothers you that I say that, which I doubt it does, but if it does, let me know, because I just...
No, you're fine.
I've done it to you forever, and I never even really thought about it.
You're good. What's this? So Zach, what's this whole deal with this Lockstep conversation here today?
Oh, I just went wait for a second on YouTube.
That's a nice shirt, by the way, there, Zach, too. I like it.
Sorry, I'm keeping my mic muted. There's like 5 children losing their minds here.
Oh, you're good.
Old Spice.
You always know that's CP when you hear that.
Yep.
It's actually Zach's. Zach's notification, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I say Old Spice.
Oh, I just realized, I didn't realize, I forgot these, you're from Canada, so yeah, you're my favorite Canadian as well. So.
Thanks, Sasha.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
Russia? Missouri.
Missouri?
Oh, easy if the dust is so far. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
This is basically what we are living in right now with this pandemic. It was basically introduced by the Rockefellers.
Okay, I got you.
Easy has a good Easy has a good point. So far this year, the FBI has processed 19.5 million firearm background checks, and of course, to March 2020, total of 40 million background checks. America is arming itself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Well, yep.
But they have a good they have a good reason to.
Got another fellow Missourian. Hello.
Oh, sweet.
Luckily for us, Iowa passed a law that you do not need a permit to carry a weapon.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. That's good. Hey, Brandon. I keep confusing because, like, I see your spot, not your name, so I'm like, who is that?
Yeah, most people just recognize me for the brand, so I figure if I put Brandon in somewhere, they'd be like, "Who the hell is this guy? Why is he here?"
Okay, that Brighteon 5G link, is that a recent one or is that an older one that you mentioned earlier?
Sorry, I had crap on my phone, so it was not letting me unmute my mic. It is. I saw it come up last night under new videos, so
Okay.
I will be right back with that link, and I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay, great. I'd love to check that out.
And I had to log out and log back in just so I could flip you all off.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
That's funny.
I couldn't stand the little white spot there that wasn't me. And that's not me either, but Lemmy Kilmeister from Motorhead, he used to hang out at a bar called the Rainbow Lounge and, drink shots of whiskey, smoke his cigarettes, and play games. Interesting thing about me, I've used to hang around at a place called the Rainbow Lounge. I drank whiskey. I didn't smoke cigarettes, but I sing Motorhead songs and Metallica and all that other stuff. But I love Lemmy. I miss him. He was a true talent.
Cool. Very cool. Working folks. Easy. That's funny.
Well, guys, I got to make a couple phone calls and do some server stuff, so I'll rewatch this later because I'm really interested in this. I have never heard of it before, but it definitely is very interesting. I appreciate being up here with you guys.
It was it was good talking to you again. I did get to see that interview that you had with the other gentleman. I forgot his name.
Over the Facebook being the leader in sex child trafficking.
Yeah.
Oh God!
What a puke.
He looks like a lizard man. That CEO of Facebook. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg.
He's sucking something. I don't know what it is, but
nasty person.
I know. But if you guys haven't downloaded that document, you guys really should because it really is informative and it's there's a lot in there you learn. Which actually is helping us build a better model on protecting anyone under 17 that joins our site. So I'm really glad I got to read it and get the idea of what these criminals go after and what they use, so that I can keep a close eye on that kind of stuff, because I will never be on that list.
Okay, very good.
All right, Zach, I'll talk at you later, man. I got a couple questions for you anyways.
Better yours.
Say that again?
Everybody.
Yep, see you.
Yep, take care.
Have a good day, bro.
Okay. Let's dive into this.
So this is kind of about the new world order, and how we're all going to end up on trains, right? Going to a one-stop destination of nowhere.
FEMA camps, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. I mean, UN has something to do with that, and so does
Isn't there a movie about that called Snowpiercer?
So I struck a fire Lockstep 2010. Oh, this is like 11 years
Train
ago.
just never
Damn.
stops because the world's over.
You can go back 50 years ago and see kind of the beginnings of it, but it started long before that. There's just a plan. There's a plan in place. And we're going to get wiped out if we don't stop it.
Well, I guess the question is how would we go about stopping it?
I don't know. They asked me for my gun. I give them bullets first. They don't like the delivery speed. Fuck them. I don't care. Excuse me from,
Appalachian Reaper says, Zach, pull out the Lockstep doc and let TCP help out, bub.
Yeah, they got UN camps all across America with train tracks leading to them that are old military camps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to move us there, say, hey, we need you to move there so we can feed you some porridge and gas you. And then
Hold on, it's a little bit delay.
and the rich, will eat us, or we will stop them. That's our choices.
All right, so this is a U.S. This is our option number. No, damn. All right, so now it says here. Oh, hold on.
So I guess let's look at the
First
document
phase,
and see
okay.
what's coming next.
All right, the Rockefeller Playbook, Operation Lockstep. The first phase, carbon core / flu. Mild symptoms at most. Media endorsement of mass paranoia and fear. Yeah, that's what we've been dealing with all last year up until now. Live tested system utilized, which picks up any genetic material in the body and triggers a positive result. We've seen that. Inflation of COVID case numbers through the exchange of death certificates, double counting, classifying all deaths, including other diseases and natural causes of COOF. We have to use that abbreviation. Lockdown will condition people for life under draconian laws, prevent protests, and excuse me, identify public resistance. All right, let's go down to the second phase. Yeah, I had to wait because YouTube it's a little delay.
Yeah, you're good. I'll take over phase
All right.
2.
Okay, second phase. The first phase will lead to compromise and frail immune systems, to lack of food, social distancing, wear a mask, lack of sunlight, and healthy bacteria. Exposure to 5G will further attack the immune system. Thus, when people reemerge in society, more people will fall ill. Yeah, that's going to be this fall. I can just feel it right now in my gut. This would be a blade on COOF or the shit thing. This will all occur before the vaccination is already to justify it. A longer and more potent lockdown will follow until everyone takes the jab. Yeah, fuck you on that, assholes.
So it sounds to me like we're at the very end of phase 2.
Yep.
Right. All right, phase 3. Give him a second.
Well, they're
Okay,
starting
third
to say
phase.
that kids are getting sick now too, right? Like they're trying to justify that everyone takes it, even though it's total bullshit.
There's even I saw a video where they're having kids take it without the parents' permission.
Yeah, they're doing that in downtown Toronto here. Actually, they're bribing them with ice cream and free hamburgers. And you don't, if you're over the age of 12, you don't need your parents' consent.
We got the Vax-A-Million thing going on here, and employers that are paying people $100 per shot if they get it.
Yeah.
And my employer says, hell no. But most of the people that got the shot where I work got sick. You know, for 3 days, you know, more just feeling deathly ill. So why would I get a shot? You come at me with a needle, you got something coming at you.
Anyways, yeah, I get your point. Yeah. All right, third phase. If majority of people resist the vaccine and weaponize, that jab. Damn it, sorry, Zach. A weaponized SARS/HIV/MERS virus will be released. Yeah, get close to phase 3. A lot of people will die from this. It would be the survival of the fittest. It will also be the ultimate push for everyone to be vaccinated in order to return to normality. Yeah, fuck you on that. Again.
So that's what's coming now.
Those who have taken the vaccine will be at war with those who have not. It will be anarchy from all sides. Oh shit.
They already are at war with us.
Yeah.
People who got it.
Yeah.
They're trying to justify, like, you need to get it because I got it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go suck it, bring a dildo up your ass. Is there a fourth phase, Zach?
As we need things to get any worse, do we?
I think the fourth phase is take in those who will not, you know, succumb and put us on little trains. That's the next phase. I mean, you get persecuted. You get persecuted, you know, for not going into stores with a mask. You have people yelling at you, screaming at you. You know, it's insane. So they're going to get indoctrinated. Those people that judge us are going to get indoctrinated to take us into these camps to euthanize us. I'm not going to go willingly. I'm not going to go willingly. I will fight till my last breath.
Yes, sadly,
Is that it? Is that it, Zach, or is that all? Oh no. Oh. Hold on. Sorry, my thing froze. Oh, that's it, Zach? Okay. Oh, wait, there's more. Okay. All right, I'll read this for you. This should be interesting. All right, hold on. It's a little bit delay on YouTube. Anyway, the COVID plan says Rockefeller Lockstep 2010. 11 years in the making. Here we go. They hypnotize to simulate global outbreak requires steps, various phases, overall timelines, and expected outcomes. This was posited in the Rockefeller Lockstep 2010. Create a very contagious but super low mortality rate virus to fit the needed plan. Use the SARS HIV hybrid research strain created at Dietrich plus 4 lab from 2008 to 2013 as part of research project to find out why COOF spread like wildfire in bats and have an extremely hard time infecting humans. To counteract that, they added HIV inserts into the COOF. The missing key to infection to affect the human is to ACE2 receptor. Create a weaponized version of the virus with a much higher mortality rate as a backup plan. Ready to be released in phase 3, but only if needed. SARS, HIV, MERS, weaponized terrific strain created at Fort Detrick's class 4 lab in 2015. Transport to the research strain to different class 4 lab. The National Microbiology Lab in Winnipeg, Canada. Well, that's where you up there. And have it stolen and smuggled out by China, Zhang Li, on purpose and taken to China's only class 4 lab, which is Wuhan Institute of Virology in Wuhan, China. For added plausible deniability and to help cement, whatever. The water backup public script is something to fall back on if needed. The primary script was being it's neutral. Backup script being that China created and released it by accident. Fundal talking heads, Fauci, Birx, Trudeau, agencies, World Health Organization, NIAID, the CDC, and also the UN that would be involved with pandemic response prior to the planned release of the research strain to control the wide script throughout the operation. Thank you, Zach. Create and fund the vaccination, the jab, verification and certification protocols, digital ID to enforce/confirm the jab program. After the military rollout is enacted, Gates ID 2020. That sick son of a bitch. Anyway, simulate the lockstep hypnosis that just prior to the planned research strain release, use a real-world exercise as a final war game to determine expected response, timelines, and outcomes. Event 201 in October 2019. Now, before I read further, I knew something like this is going to happen. So I actually kind of predicted this before it even occurred, believe it or not. I forget what video I did. I said something big's coming and it's not good. And sure as shit, boom, we deal with this. Oh, did you scroll it up? I don't know, it takes a long time.
That link you're posting, Kay, is not working. I just tried it.
It's not working? Huh.
This craziness has been coming for a long time. A long, long time.
Yeah, hold on. I just needed to, it takes a little bit because, it's a little time to catch up. Okay. Awesome. All right, I know where I'm at. So simulate the lockstep. Okay, that's all done. Sorry, damn it. Keep repeating myself, dumbass. Anyway, release the research strain out of the Wuhan Institute of Virology itself, and then blame its release on a natural scapegoat as the water primary script. Wuhan wet market. That's what they did last year. November 2019, exact same as the simulation. Downplay the human-to-human transmission for as long as possible to allow the research strain to spread on a global scale before any country can lock down, respond to avoid initial infection. These sick fuckers. Anyway.
Develop a way to detect it that's 30% likely to possibly detect if you have it or not.
But okay, what's a cut? Yeah, exactly. Once a country has been infected in place, lockdown, incoming, ongoing travel, keep the transmission within the country spread as far as possible. Once enough people in the country / region are infected, enact forced quarantines and / isolation for that area and expand the lockdown region slowly over time. Overhype the mortality rate by trying to research strains of deaths that have little to do with nothing to do with the actual virus to keep the fear and compliance at a maximum. What do you think the fake news has been pushing for over a year? This shit right here. If anyone dies for any reason and is found to have COVID, consider it a COVID death. See, if they die for something else, they list it as a COVID death. And actually, the Gateway Pundit actually wrote an article that only 6% of people have contracted the virus. That's it. COVID and consider it as a COVID death. These fucking lying motherfuckers.
Well, hospitals get 11 grand if they say 30, that 30 some is if they put them on a ventilator, 11 just to say they have COVID. Right. So you're talking what, 50 grand? Hey, you got COVID. Let me put you on a ventilator. Woohoo! You're probably gonna die because of what we did to you. Because you didn't have COVID. But
keep moving up, Zach. Thank you. All right, that's the end of that page. Let's get on to the next one. Oh, these sick son of a bitches. And more and more as I read, too, it's like, holy fuck. Oh, whoa, yeah, keep it right there. Perfect. All right. All right, keep the public quarantines for as long as possible to destroy the region's economy. That's what this is all fucking about, people. Destroy people's businesses and everything else. Create civil unrest. That's what they did from May 31st up until now. Everything's fucking connected, people. Hello. I actually I exposed all this. It was like an article. I can't find it now for the freaking life of me. It had to do with Agenda 21, Agenda 30, and this all this shit was in it. Everything was all connected to it. Anyway, sorry. So let's break down the supply chain. They've done that. And start of a mass food shortages. They've done that. As well as cause people's immune system to weaken due to lack of interaction. They're doing that. With other positive bacteria, people's bacteria. God damn it. What did I read? Anyway. The outside world, aka the things that keep our immune systems alert and active. These sick fucks. Sorry. Downplay and attack any potential treatments and continue to echo that the only cure that is visible to fight this virus is the jab. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Zach, for hosting this tonight, man, because I just learned a lot by reading this. All right, anyway. You're the man, Zach. Oh, shit. Okay, I found my place. Continue to drag out the quarantine over and over again in 2-week intervals. That's exactly what they did. Damn it, people, wake the frig up. This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, cast it again. It's a CIA program. Yep, they're involved in election meddling too. And a lot of other shit. Anyway, causing more and more people to eventually stand up and protest to fight them. That's what needs to happen more. Right there. I mean, we're starting to see it now, but we need the whole freaking country, us patriots, to stand up against this shit. Everybody. Anyway, and there is a key part to now. Eventually end phase 1 quarantine, which they did. Once they get enough public pushback, expect June 2020. That happened. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp. And excuse me. and publicly state that they think it's too early to end the isolation, but I'm going to do it anyways. Once the public could go back to normal, wait a few weeks to continue to overhype the research strain mortality rate, August to September 2020. And combine it with the increase in deaths due to the people dying from standard illnesses at a higher rate than normal due to having highly weakened immune systems from months of being in isolation, which backs up what I said. You should you should social distance people who wear masks regular. Well, COVID idiots. That's what I call them. Oh, what happened to Sasha? Let's see. That's what they just told you. Excuse me. They have highly weakened. Oh, damn! I already read that. Damn it. Anyway. To help further pad the mortality rate and also hype up and cover phase 2 lockdown. Eventually, enact phase 2 quarantines October through November 2020. So we get closer to election now. Okay. Yeah, we're exposed to you cocksuckers right now. Get used to it. Anyway, on an even more extreme level, and blame the protesters, mostly people who don't trust their governments already, as the cause of the largest second wave, whereby the media will say, "We told you so. It was too early, dumbasses. It's your own fault because you needed a haircut, assholes. Your freedoms have consequences. Oh, the hell with you. Should this all unfold in this manner, the U.S. election will be canceled, delayed, or suspended. In my opinion, who can you vote for phase 2 quarantines? Yeah. So now it goes into the fucking, you know what? Anything else, Zach?
Kay was asking me which link I said didn't work. It was the one saying the zombie apocalypse.
Oh wait, crap! I just lost my place. Shit. Oh, okay. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. I didn't read that part. So enforce the phase 2 quarantines at much more extreme level. Increase the penalty or for defiance. Replace fines with jail time. These freaking Nazis. Deep travel is non-essential. They did that. Increase checkpoints. They did that. Including military assistance. They did that. Increase track and trace tracing after the population via military app. They're doing that. Take over control of food, gas, and create large-scale shortages so that people can only get access to essential products and services if they are first given permission. They're already freaking doing that, people. Okay, now, to keep the phase 2 lockdown in place for a much longer period of time than the phase 1 lockdown, continue to destroy the global economy. Sick bastards. Further downgrade the supply chain and further amplify the food shortages and the like. Quill any public outage using extreme actions of force and make anyone who defies them appear as public enemy number 1. Yeah, come get it, motherfucker. To those who are willing to submit, I ain't submitted to shit. After a long, sorry, I gotta finish this thing. You can do your thought. After rather long phase 2 lockdown of 6 months plus, roll out the jab program and the jab certification and make it mandatory for everyone. Give a priority access to those that submitted from the start and have those that are for it attack those that are against it. Jackasses. Say that Hold on. Sorry, I just actually paused the computer. Shit. Where is it? Okay. Saying that they're a threat and the cause of all the problems by using words like, we can't go back to normal until everybody takes the jab. Yeah. Take your jab and stick it up your freaking ass. Sorry, guys. I got Tourette's tonight. It's all good. In other words, they're going to turn the people against each other, which is like they did in Nazi Germany. You go back to that. If the majority of people go along with the agenda, then let those people enter the new system, the new normal, while limiting the minority that defy the agenda's ability to work, travel, and live. Somebody just come in? I'm confused. I thought I heard somebody come in.
I was just going to say something about. I read an article about something where Joe Biden is going on to social media sites to look after people that might become social terrorists or local, terrorists because they don't believe in his presidency and the government that is currently controlling us. And that includes us. That includes all of us. And that he's trying to get Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the other social media pages that'll follow this nastiness that's going around the world. But they're going to come after us. And I heard you say something there, conservative patriot. Something caught my ear. Zombie apocalypse. What? Please let it happen. The only problem is we're the ones with brains, not the Democrats. So we're kind of screwed there. But we got the guns.
Yeah. I think I read that. I'm not really sure.
I just heard it. I can't read it. It's too small. I don't have my reading glasses on.
Is this the last page, Zach?
Yep.
Okay, we'll read it. Okay, if the majority of people go against the agenda, which a lot of people are, millions are every day. Sorry, I have to take a sip of water. Then release the weaponized SARS / HIV and MERS turbid straight as phase 3 operation. The virus with a 30% mortality rate as a final scare to punish the minority to quickly become the majority. And give the final "we told you so" to those that didn't listen. Fuck you. Enact the new economy model. Microsoft patent 060606. Cryptocurrency system. Yeah, right. Sick mother cocksucking motherfucking. Sorry.
That's 666.
Correct. Fucking satanic.
There's a part
fucking
A and a part B to that. A lot of people don't realize that. That patent, there's two actually with that system.
Shit. Use body activity data, which is based in human behavior and willingness to submit. Of course, it's the idiot liberals. Duh. It is a tweak version of the Black Mirror's 15 million mirrors program using food, water, shelter, and other sources as weapons of environmental of the new economic system. Basically, do we do what we want and get rewarded? Yeah, kiss my ass. Gain credit score and gain more access to things you need to survive, or go against what we want and get penalized. Yeah, eat shit. Lose credit scores and lose access to things you need to survive. Yeah, good luck with that shit. And that is your new world order. Technology on steroids, where you have no option but to comply. And if anyone thinks that this isn't true, then go and check out some of the parts of China because they've already started some of the cryptocurrency systems in place in certain areas. So, this is the outline of their plan, and what they have to stop outline is as many places as possible, and also called out Q and Trump and asked them, "Are you going to stop this?" That's the rest of the relevant. This is essential, and has to be blocked. Interesting. Oh, that's good water. I think my brain is overloaded with information right there. Holy fucking shit balls!
I tell you what, inflation can't take away.
Huh, right?
Yeah,
Oh, what
it
you
can't
got?
take away. Inflation.
What do you got there?
That's my
Oh,
rusty,
that's
my rusty
machete.
dull machete. My
right on.
rusty
Oh,
dull.
damn it! Here we go again.
What? It's got copper on the handle. It's awesome. Love it.
Nice.
There, it's gone.
Oh, dull knife's like an unloaded gun. You should
No, my
sharpen
gun's
her up.
loaded. My gun is loaded. And a dull knife is just extra pain. All it is. Works on zombies.
Man.
I think.
That patent
We'll find
that
out.
just talking about, the 2020-666 patent, Part A is owned by Microsoft. Part B is owned by AT&T.
Oh, the fine phone company that I don't like.
Mm-hmm. Number one.
Up your ass.
What's that, 5G?
I think we ought to check out Patriot Mobile. I think they're not aligned with Satan. I think.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
I'm ready to
Patriot.
strangle my internet.
I just I haven't looked to see what areas they cover.
It's about as much as Sprint.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. What am I? AT&T guy? No. Lemmy.
So everybody in the chat, what did you think of what I just read to you?
It is part of what has been coming for a long, long time.
They're just slamming on the gas now.
Yeah, I mean, they just said, here's a name from a movie that was out in the 80s, or actually it was a television show about an outbreak, and the actual virus that they were having an issue with was COVID, and they said everybody needed to quarantine and wear masks and get vaccinated. Like, okay, yeah, it's in a movie.
That's totally predictive
What else did they
programming.
push the mask for, guys?
Getting
Can
people used to it.
Control.
Spanish flu.
It's a satanic initiation ritual too, and they also did it to slaves, forcing them to wear masks and cover their faces. It's just dehumanizing us, getting us used to not dealing with people.
John Sua says, "That conservative patriot, I think that Tom Cruise should play the hero." I don't know what that means.
No, not Tom Cruise. I'm tired of him because he's a liberal, and I'm tired of him. He's a midget. He's not a big man. He can't be a hero. It just can't happen.
Oh, there goes Zach drinking that whiskey again.
I'm about to drink whiskey so I can tolerate my life with these children.
Well, I can tell you right now, my mind is pretty much fucking blown. That's all I can say.
It all goes back to the skull and crossbones, and to the Illuminati, and this stuff. This has been in the plans. You're just seeing it all come together.
Yeah.
You know, fight like hell, like Steven Crowder says. Fight like hell.
Mhm. But the problem is the two chicken shit.
I'm not.
No, I mean the other so-called patriots out there.
No, they're just too chicken shit to put their face on YouTube. They're ready to go. I know a lot of them. A lot.
Oh, I'm sure. There's probably a lot of veterans too.
That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in the military. My brothers were in the military. My father
Oh,
was in the
thank you.
military. My uncles were in the military. We're a bunch of fighters out here.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thanks, Patriot. And I
You're
didn't
welcome.
serve long.
What did you serve?
What?
I mean, did you serve war?
No, not in a war. No, I never served in
Oh,
a war. My brother did. He was in 18 months in Iraq.
oh, okay.
I had a
I got a little
couple
confused.
uncles that went to Vietnam. I did not see
Yeah,
battle.
yeah. Me too. I had a couple. My uncle John, my uncle Edward. My uncle John was killed in action, and my uncle Edward died before I was born. Yeah, he died from cancer because they were due to the Asian orange. You know, the shit they used to clear
Yeah, I
out the
know.
jungles
Yep.
and make big military bases over the place. Yeah, he died before I was born, so I never got a chance to meet him. And my
Sorry to
uncle
hear about
Amos,
that.
yeah, my uncle Amos actually served in World War II. He enlisted in the Navy. He was actually a U-boat driver, driving all the troops in. Well, but fucking bullets are going past his head. I don't know if he was in the uh, Europe theater, Atlantic theater, or the Pacific theater. I think it's in the Pacific theater. I think. I don't know. He actually passed away a year after my grandmother died. So he was 89 when he passed.
Jeez.
My grandmother was 94.
Yep. Yep.
She outlived my grandfather, which he died in 96. So it's kind of like we weren't really prepared for him, but we were a lot more prepared for my grandmother because it was only a matter of time before she was gonna pass. So I mean, death is a shitty thing you have to deal with in life, but
It,
it's not a goodbye. It's a see you later type of deal.
yeah,
Pretty
you
much.
know, Patriot, you just said something. 2014, I lost both my parents in a 6-week period. I was the one who found my father. He was a firefighter, and my mom had cancer. She was in, stage 4. We expected it, but things happen,
Yeah,
and that's just the way it is. I mean,
yeah, it's a
you
circle of life.
yeah. I mean, what else you gonna do?
Right.
You know.
I know we're not trying to make this depressing, guys, but
No, I'm just glad that my parents aren't here to see what kind of shit the world is.
yeah.
I mean, that's the happiest thing I can say about them. I wear my dad's hat. I wear my mom's panties. What else can I do? Wait, did I just say that on YouTube? No, I don't wear panties.
Yeah,
But
I know.
yeah, but I wear my dad's hat, and I wear it proudly. And Zach, what do you got to say?
You got, buddy.
So this is freaking mind-blowing. Basically, this is exactly coming into effect, and it's scarier than shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. What are these? I don't know.
It's like you don't know where to begin.
We need things. I don't know. We need things. I don't know.
I don't either. Oh, did you drop out? I think he lost his internet. Maybe. Zeppelation, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, Reaper. How you doing?
Hey,
So I just
Yeah.
read all that stuff. All I gotta say is holy fucking shit.
yeah. The point behind putting it up here was I kept mentioning it to everybody, and a lot of people didn't really get what I was talking about. And there are a lot of channels that just assume things, and you see what their assumptions are. And I was tired of tiptoeing around answers and stuff to give people. I don't like answering questions from my personal opinion. So me
Yeah.
and Zach and I decided to go over the Lockstep stuff.
Well, I'm glad you chose this topic, because damn.
And
Right,
TCP,
right. Yeah.
you did a great job at reading it, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do, man. I fucking research everything. I question every freaking thing that goes on.
What did you guys think about it?
Mind blowing, like just like that.
And
I felt like it was just textbook stuff. It was what they planned, and I kind of knew it, but I never heard about it. I'm glad you brought it forth, because it is a playbook. But I knew they were going to do playbook stuff on us.
My family
I mean-
is so afraid of this crap. And I'm like, stop watching the fucking news. Stop it.
we all knew that what was going on is pretty much what's in the paperwork, but to see that was released, as to my knowledge, around 2010, because that's all I could find about it was 2010. That's just, I mean, I know they were probably thinking about it years before that, but they put it on paper in 2010, and we can go back and look at that and be like, they've had this plan for a long time.
Well, actually,
It-
Ronald
it-
Reagan, when Ronald Reagan was a senator, he was talking about this and the plans that they had in the 50s. So
1964.
yeah, but he was talking about the plans they put together in the 50s. He talked about it in 64.
I got you now. I have to go back and look.
And the plans were in place a long time before that to have something come up, because they knew once they
At
created
least
an
100
empire,
years.
well, an empire should only last 200 years, then it has to be destroyed. That's the history of the world.
Yeah,
And
Right.
they wanted to do that.
we were technically never supposed to be an empire, but
Right.
anyway, those documents, I mean, we all know that. I just wanted to put it out there, so the
Well, glad you did.
the questions and stuff might, a lot of people won't even show that document online because they know more than likely they're going to get a strike for it. But
We don't care, so.
Yeah, I can go to Facebook jail forever.
yeah, I can too. I don't care neither. I've got 2 different channels anyway, and I don't post nothing on mine. But we might have to move to mine if Zach gets shut down.
Smash that like button, people. If you like what you heard, smash it. Share it.
I don't know.
That's our duty. Share the shit out of this. What you just heard here today.
I don't know
Share
that we'll have a lot of viewers tonight, like I said earlier, because everybody starts around 9, or 8.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you,
yeah.
by chance, guys, did you guys see that link that I posted earlier? It says Biden's locking up military personnel
Yeah, I've
for
seen that.
refusing.
No.
Oh, gosh. It's just like, it's fucking out of hand already.
Well, he's a fucking idiot. Everybody knows he's an idiot.
I can't even look at the guy. For more
Everybody
than-
knows except for him.
I can't stand to hear him talk, even though it's funny as shit sometimes. I just cannot even bear to hear him.
Jail, military. Because they refuse to take the jab. What, you asshole? If I was a fucking military, I'd fucking go in there and say, fuck you. Take your ass to fucking jail. That's what I would do.
Oh boy.
No, it's not there.
Black face up there. Steve. I got Zach one of these shirts that I'm wearing.
I put it upside down.
Nice. I'm jealous. I you, Zach.
Look at those guns on him.
Hey, Zach, you know that's my favorite color? Black and red. Right on. Black and red and green and purple.
Nice.
I would like to see that SARS document too. I've not looked at it.
I'll put it in again.
It was in the private chat, but I've done switched from my phone to I got home.
Hey, Zach, what do you got? What do you got, Zach?
What you got, buddy?
I don't care if YouTube takes this channel down because it will fire up more patriots.
Yep. Here you go. I'm putting it in
you're
the private
correct.
chat again.
We need to stop freaking pushing back against this bullshit, guys. This
They'll
is
have
no
to
joke.
play. They'll be playing whack-a-mole. I mean, we'll pop up somewhere else.
We'll never be taking off your spot in your tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to really love that site, man. It's really awesome.
Yeah, and
But Brandon put a lot of work into that, and you can tell.
you know what's awesome too, though, like more than just the site itself. You know, it obviously that's great that he created a site, but the fact that he didn't just make us a site and go, here you go, but I mean he is interactive with us. He's in our panels. He's you know, taking questions, asking for, you know, more ideas. Right now, I believe he's actually working on the production of making a replacement for TikTok as well.
There is another one out there called Clapper. That's really good.
Oh, really? Let's check
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
called Clapper. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They don't censor you
I'm
on
too
there.
old for all that shit, though. I don't. You'll never catch me on TikTok.
You can show off your guns and all kinds of shit.
Neat.
It's like, ooh, oh yeah.
I've not had a Facebook since 2011.
I'm probably banned on it, so I could give two shits at this point.
I actually
hated the fact that I was
book in 2019, and within I think it was like 3 months, I had posted those patents about the 5G, and that's when I realized how bad Facebook was censoring.
It's like Nazi Germany we're living in. Nazi Germany all over again. Because that's the censorship. That's what they did for us. And then people go against each other. That's what's going on right now. Same fucking manifesto than Nazi Germany. Same fucking thing.
Well, if people of other races and ethnicities wouldn't hang on every word the news says, then I mean there are people out there that don't, but the majority,
for the most part, they do.
You know what I mean? And if if they didn't do that, then and they could actually open their eyes and see what's going on, we wouldn't have these problems.
No.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's a majority of them. I think that the ones that
It's a
are
minority.
going against us is they're getting paid for it. You know.
Well,
It's not-
they are losing their grip because over 70% it is dropped over 77%. So people are starting to not even bother with it anymore.
And I was recently called a Nazi on Facebook.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they gotta
Yeah.
call you fucking Nazi, a bigot, a fucking racist. They call you every fucking name in the book, and they don't have any fucking evidence that you are.
I had a kid I was talking to at a grocery store say, "What if I called you a cracker?" I said I'd laugh. He's like, "Well, won't you call me the N word?" I said, "Because it would offend you." So what you know? He's just like, "Well, that's not. I don't get that." I was like, "That's because there really isn't racism. It's all about evil people and good people. That's all there is. There's people that hate and people that love. Get over
That
it. You know."
it's been blown out of proportion so much, and it's not
I
even
heard they
funny.
took down the George Floyd Memorial in Minneapolis. They took it out.
They probably still have the autonomous zone, whatever the hell that means.
It means hate white people. Oh,
I don't know. I really don't. You can look at time itself, and it shows there's different points in time where it shows this plan coming together for them, and
yep.
like the N word wasn't even a bad thing where it came from.
No, I'm Irish. My ancestors were called that.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
just
My
things-
ancestors, when they came to America, were slaves and were called that. Look that shit up.
it's unbelievable how things have turned and the tides have turned to play into their game like I don't know, like it has. But
All
I mean,
say is get as much ammunition and shit as you can. Well, you can.
I won't lie
Yeah.
about it. I was asleep for a long time. I didn't realize what was going on.
Did you know that
Right.
a lot of
Black people
Democrats that are in politics are married to media heads of companies? The CEOs of CNN are married to Democrat socialist garbage. I mean, they control the media. They feed us their lies for years and years and years.
Yeah.
I haven't had
The
a
CIA
television
too.
in my house for years. I use
I don't-
YouTube to find things. I use other, media to
DuckDuckGo.
find things. DuckDuckGo is new to me, but I trust it very much.
I want to touch on something you said though, Steve, about people's feelings getting hurt. 20 years ago, we didn't care.
No,
Right. Nothing existed until
my
until
rights,
President Trump.
my rights
into
are more
office.
important.
You believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and that's just how life works. You know what I mean? And
Oh, I got two sisters that are liberal, so it's like trying to talk to them is like talking to a fucking brick wall. So
if you ask me my opinion, I might say something completely different than you, but that don't mean you gotta hate me.
No, we can still drink a beer.
yeah, it's so stupid, They have difference of opinion, and there's multiple divorces that happen, or you lose friends. I lost so many fucking friends because of this. It's like, really? What are you, fucking 3? You gonna act like a fucking 5-year-old and not have like an adult conversation of why you think Trump is this and that?
You want me to tell you something really funny? I was born.
God,
I was
stupid.
born in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which is Pennsylvania. Obviously, supposedly turned blue, but I was born there. I come to
Yeah.
Tennessee, and I've been a Southerner since I was 2 years old, probably. But I went back to Pennsylvania to see. My father still lives there.
Yeah.
Those white people are the most racist white people I've ever met in my life.
Really?
Yeah, and my father says he voted for Biden because of the because Trump didn't do nothing about the coronavirus.
Oh, give me a break.
Do you think? I mean, honestly, do you guys think I ever even? I haven't spoke to him in 5 years, but that's what my mother told me. And I have nothing to say to that. If you're that damn stupid,
Wait, you haven't spoken to your father? You just heard it from your mother?
yeah, I won't talk to him.
You need to speak to your father.
There's
Do
a
it.
lot of
Be the bigger man and do it.
my stepfather raised me, and my real father wasn't ever really there. I mean, but that's beside the point. I tried to make things right with him, and he's just too big of a prick, so I just left it alone. I did call him and tell him that I was forgiving him for myself, because if I didn't forgive him, I would have never changed. But
All right, you forgave him. That's the best thing.
yeah, but after that, I've not spoke to him. It's up to him. He's got a phone just like I do. So
Exactly. I understand. I understand.
but yeah, just the ignorance though that come out of his mouth over the election. I have nothing to say to that. If you put yourself in that situation, if you were the president, what would you do? I mean, those are huge decisions to make for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do.
And if you think that Joe Biden done any better, God Almighty, he can't even put together one sentence.
What? We're surrounded by a bunch of dummies. Bunch of brainwashed zombies that just believe whatever they're told.
I can't say anymore. My handlers don't want me to talk now.
What was that? I didn't say nothing. That's right, you didn't say nothing because you're a fucking idiot.
So, Zach?
That's what he said the other day. Go ahead, Zach.
I think the hurt feelings started when we had weak-ass Obama got in office. And Reaper, I understand how you feel. I haven't spoken to my birth mother in years. She basically hurt me when I was young, so I don't have anything to do with her.
Yeah, it's a touchy situation. I mean, I'm sure it is for you too. I mean, but life's life. I forgave him for what he did to me, and he can live his life, and I'll live mine. I didn't. I didn't. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, my mom, she taught me how to deal with bullies. I was in kindergarten. I had a kid always punching me in the arm, on the bus going to school. And I was like, I didn't like that because when you're 5 years old, who likes to be punched? My mom said, hit him in the face with your lunch pail. So I did. He never hit me again. Gotta love your mom.
Nobody fucked with me when I was in school. I'd fuck them up.
Yep. I always told my son, my son was bullied too. And the only way to stop a bully is get him back. And the thing is,
a lot of people will tell their kids that, but then when their kid comes home and the teacher calls, then they get punished at home. That is not how it works in my household. My son standing up, the teachers called me, and I said, "Yeah, I told him to." And I guess you guys should have been paying attention to the fact that you were letting 5th graders hold my fucking 1st grader down and steal his food. And knock them in their fucking teeth.
Yeah, I think you did the right thing there, because even though he was getting picked on, you didn't step in to help him, and that's the main thing.
It took a lot for me not to get on that bus and whoop every one of those kids' asses.
Oh, I'm sure it did. But he learned something from that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He learned how not to be how to take care of himself when he gets in a situation. And that's the problem today, is that a lot of parents, they want to be the first one to go save their child. And
Hey.
I apologize if I was cussing a lot tonight.
hey, I put my number in the private chat for you, TCP.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, hold on. Let's write this down now.
Yeah, just send me a text or whatever. So.
All right. Oh,
TCP, did you ever get mine saved last time?
Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry, Kay.
It's okay. I was wondering because I never got a message, and I was like, I had a couple of links I was going to send you the other day, but...
Sorry. My fucking brain, man.
Dude, mine is the same way. Hold on, I'm going to put it back there. And everybody are welcome to save it and send me stuff. Anytime anybody goes live or whatever, I would always like to know. So
I put, okay,
if I go live, it'll be with Zach, so.
Right. Well, I mean, even, no other good channels and stuff. I'm always looking for.
Okay, I got you. Trying to figure out what to call you, Appalach.
I got silenced on Freedom Inc.'s stuff because I don't know if that's his wife.
Send me your own name in the private chat, Appalach.
What? Oh.
That was pretty easy.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Freedom Inc. His old lady must have misunderstood me the other day. She freaking blocked me out of there. She can't even say anything now.
Really?
To share the freaking fax cards. She thought I was trying to sell them. I was like, don't pay for them. But whatever. That girl's got a high head.
All right, gotcha. Okay, cool. Now I got it right here in my freaking. I got so many books to read. It's unreal.
Yeah, I noticed you have a bunch of books.
Yeah, I just got a lot of new ones too. Hold on. There we go. I actually got stuff on the first 72 hours of survival. And hold on. There's more. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is a laser. But anyway, what the hell is that? Oh, right here, dummy. I'll get this right one these days.
What you got, Zach?
Yeah.
Also, I'm okay that I don't have her as my mother because it made me the man I am and it led me to the best gosh dang friends I could ever ask for.
Amen, brother.
You know I love you, Zach.
We love you like a patriot brother, Zach.
Hold on, I gotta go yell at children.
Oh, good.
TCP, I want to touch on
Go ahead.
something. A lot of these channels have preppers on them, you know, and I understand that. That's okay if you want to prepare. Eventually, what you prepared is going to run out. Your best bet is to learn survival skills, how to hunt, trap, fish. You know, because a lot of that stuff will keep you fed long after the stuff you prepared is gone.
Yeah, I totally agree. I run a page on Facebook called Pacifist, and it's about survival in two ways: how to survive, on the resources you get, but also within fighting as well. Because you have to be able to protect yourself as well as provide for yourself.
I know for a fact.
Well, I get stuff. I get stuff that's gonna last me for years. It's not like I get stuff that just is gonna last me for months. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I'm not those type of people. Trust me.
like I said, I understand being prepared, but like eventually stuff will run out when you're prepared. If you know how to survive, you can live. I mean, like myself, I know I can go spend 4 months in the woods and not have nothing.
Well, I don't just do that. I watch survival channels like Black Scout Survival or any channel out there.
The best way to learn is
doing.
Because it's a lot different when you're doing it than it is when you're watching it.
Yeah.
I do have a bug out bag too, so.
Yeah, like I said, I prepare a little bit, but I can live off nothing. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
But it's the process of getting it that matters.
Put it this way: humans have a way and ability, which been throughout history, to survive off the land. That's just our nature.
That's the nature of the fittest.
Right.
Those that know and are able.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. I spent.
What about the people around you? That's a good question, Vex.
Well, I mean, I'll help anybody that I can teach, and make them, better at becoming more self-sufficient.
My woman can shoot a bow just as good as I can, and I'm sponsored, so.
Oh, are you? Cool.
I mean, and she can shoot as good as I can. She just don't like cameras. I mean.
Yeah, it's understandable. Some people don't like it. Some people do. It's understandable.
Can you drop a link? I'd like to see some of your videos.
Yeah.
For me?
I'm sorry. I'm talking about seeing somebody that's good with an arrow and bow and kind of stuff there, Patriot.
Oh.
But I spend numerous months, and you can ask Zach. I spent 2 months in the spring out in the woods hunting for turkey. And Zach, he knows because I kept in touch with him when I would come home. And
that's an issue with me because
that's just, I mean,
where I live, it's mostly residential, and
Go ahead.
there's barely any woods anywhere.
You have a car?
No.
Okay. That's it's going for a reach there.
Well, I live not really, but anyway,
It ain't gonna matter if whatever
I
happens,
can drive like an hour and get to a huge what do they call it, public ground or whatever.
Yeah.
One of my friends, I don't know if you guys watch do stuff with me, but I had a friend here visiting with me.
Plenty of.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry.
We're good.
And
Go ahead.
he was actually showing off some of the stuff he had made. He took a pair of cross-country skis and actually made some bows out of them, and I thought
Really?
that was
Wow.
freaking ingenious. I'll have to have him send some pictures of it, and I'll put them on a video when I'm out of time.
I've never made nothing like that out of
Oh,
metal.
they struck your channel again?
Yeah, I only got one more, so let's make it good, guys.
Ah, brother.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
a bullet-
buying a. Oops! I'm gonna be buying a slingshot soon. I've been watching Zachary Fowler. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that guy is pretty cool. But I think I want a slingshot. I've got a lot of stupid stuff in my backyard. I want to go away.
They actually, believe it or not, Walmart actually still sells wrist rockets,
Yeah.
and they're pretty decent too. They're really not bad.
They sell
My
the.
son used to take out all the lights around our apartment. They had these big lights that would shine in our
I did
windows
that
at night.
once. I broke the neighbor's freaking light fixture outside. She got so pissed. Yeah, but that comes right out. What happened? That
think they-
freaking son broke my freaking light. God damn it. They ended up getting grounded. Really? It's a fucking light. It could be replaced.
I
I'm
think
gonna
they
avoid
still sell
Walmart.
the. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna avoid Walmart and Amazon and buy direct from somebody that makes it here in the United States.
You'd probably be best to do that, but Walmart does have some good. They have the Daisy one, I think, still.
Yep, with the little yellow band on it.
They're just part of the New World Order, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Same with Jeff Bezos with Amazon. I hope that when he goes into space, he doesn't come back. That'd be a blessing, you know, in disguise. You know, Elon Musk launching all these satellites that are low orbiting, generating 5G to go with the jab. Yeehaw. Welcome to the new world.
Where the Patriots defeat the New World Order.
It's gonna be
Go ahead, Zach.
It's gonna be tough. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, we could do it. We outnumber them by millions.
TCP, can you hear Appalachian Reaper? Or no?
Yeah, I could hear them just fine.
Oh, I was just wondering because the second it seemed like the second he starts talking, it was like you would say something. I didn't know if you had a delay or what was going on.
Maybe, I don't know.
Go ahead, Zach.
buddy.
Guess what, guys? This current strike K got is because they said she was being a bully.
Hey! I got two of those. I got two of those videos. It said for bullying, what was it? Harassment and cyberbullying.
I agree. I agree that Kay's a bully.
Imagine
Smiley
that.
gets
Her getting a bullying strike. That's not too far from imagination, you know.
Hey, no, I'm not a bully.
I've had 56 days of Facebook jail for bullying and I don't know, some kind of racism bullshit. It's
Oh,
all,
for God's sakes.
whatever. I posted a video, short people, and I'm a
Excuse me.
racist.
Oh, of
I
course.
think it's in the female nature to be a bully, to be honest with you.
Hey, now.
I'm not a female.
Hello.
I'm talking about her strike.
I know. I'm just making
You-
fun.
You guys are too funny.
I bully bullies, damn it.
I don't get strikes. I guess I behave too much. Yeah. Oh, David Betts in here. I sent you more documents concerning tonight's subject. Oh.
I normally
Kay's a boy.
have
Kay's a boy. Kay's a
from
boy. She's so mean
everybody.
to me.
So
Oh boy.
Who said that? Smiley?
Ma'am. Ma'am, yeah.
I'm not mean to any of you guys. Except for Smiley. I'll be Smiley up.
Yeah, come try it.
Yeah.
there's only one person up here that knows me enough to be mean to me.
That'd be Zach.
Yeah. I let very few people into my life.
Yeah.
Usually everybody's got something to say about my life, so I just have decided I kind of have given up on trying to stay private, and I let everybody know everything. That way there's no misconceptions.
Sometimes you gotta be like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And then they talk shit because I share too much. And I'm like, well, that's okay.
You did it. You did that. Yeah.
At least I am not fake. That's all I gotta say.
Well, you try to give people information. I'll see what the hell the big issue is.
It's because she tries to give everybody information.
All right.
Information is power, and you have to strike it down to gain your own. That's the way those Democrats think.
Well, it's
false
right.
information is their power.
Us together.
Or, just what. I remember there was a video I was watching, but this idiot liberal was just putting their fingers in the ads and going, I'm like, oh my God.
Fuck them.
Fucking dumbass. So, don't be surprised. We'll be shocked if this video actually stays up. Because I was actually still surprised they still have the other video up when we did with Bitchute. I think it was this past Saturday, right? Yeah. I was shocked to see it still up. I'm like, oh, wow. Wow. Shocking. So I texted Duke. I was like, well, that was a small victory. He goes, I'll take it.
I usually stay in the shadows too much for them to mess with me, but I'm sure it'll come sooner than later.
Oh, yeah. I already got like 2 strikes on my channel. Same freaking time, too, like they did last year. I forgot what the first strike was about, but this was about it's harassment and cyberbullying. Like, you know what? I'm not here to tip around your freaking feelings. I don't give a
My
shit about
face
your damn
don't matter.
feelings.
It's bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
And guess what? If I'm an asshole, you have a right to tell me that. But I still have a right to.
Yep.
For sure. I sent my husband articles to tell him stuff. He's still trying to convince me to go do a jab or hockey. Oh, freaking word. I don't know if you guys heard, but actually, no. But Terry's girl made him get the jab. Or
What?
she forced her to get the jab.
Who did?
Terry, it's him and his girl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
she convinced her to take the jab. I'm like, oh my lord.
I'm sure she had to do it when she came into Canada. Is that when she had to do it, Zach? When she came into Canada?
Oh, probably.
Most likely, because Trudeau's a freaking communist.
Oh yeah, total.
If you put a face comparison, he looks just like Fidel Castro. Just saying.
You know, everything I watched this past week, the only thing I was interested in watching was the Putin interview. And the dude in that interview would not let him talk. It pissed me off.
Isn't Putin a jiu-jitsu master?
Yeah. Putin would whoop Biden's ass. No problem.
In a heartbeat.
I would love to see that.
But Biden still like to take him out behind the woodshed, just like popcorn or corn pop or whatever, corn puffs or I don't know.
You know why he's taking him behind the woodshed.
Yeah. Patriot Brothers, Dan. You get pretty creative with those. Damn.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I wondered what you were so into.
I was doodling.
Yeah, she likes to do that. It's pretty awesome.
That's a Yankee Doodle right there. Yankee Doodle. My brother's a Yankee Doodle dandy. He was born on the 4th of July, and he fought in Iraq.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I tried to get him to come on here, but he said not interested.
Okay.
He's not a camera guy. He runs the Dead Rabbit Society on Facebook. He raises rabbits and eats them.
Hey, what the hell?
They taste good. I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring something up to Zach's point earlier too. Have you guys noticed anything different about people that have had the jab?
Yeah, they've been acting really, really weird.
My stepfather, which I look up to, I love him with all my heart. He raised me since I was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
He went and got it against me telling him everything I know. But anyway, he went and got it, and I can't hold that against him. Whatever, he's going to do what he wants to do. He's a grown man. But it was not last week, but the week before I went over there, and my mom was talking about it because she won't get it. She believes me 100%. But Mom and I were talking about it, and he said, Brock, you need to just go get one and get it over with. And he's never tried to push anything on me. Never.
Yeah, the propaganda really got to him.
Dude, yeah. It's sad.
I had a guy at work tell me, hey, you need to stop listening to all that crap and just get your shot already. You have no idea what you're talking about.
They're talking about it like it's a religion, like they're trying to save you and save your soul.
And so far, we had a young guy that works our front desk. He's in his 20s. He went and got his jab. He got it twice. And both times he was extremely ill for 3 to 4 days after the jab.
And he'd probably do it again if you asked him.
Yeah, Probably because it could be in the Vaxamillion challenge.
It's and if you get sick, it's because you didn't have enough faith.
Well, I know my aunt Jane got it. My cousin Susie got it. My older sister got it. So I'm like, that great.
I'm a little bit
Not gonna be
different than
fit.
I'm a little bit different than you guys. I'm not going to get it, but if my family gets it, whatever, that's up to them. And I even told my mother if she
Yeah.
thought she would be safer with it, go ahead, but she doesn't want to.
Which is good.
And same thing with my woman. She won't do it. I mean,
All you
That's
can
good,
do is,
too.
give information. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself insane trying to convince these people that are. They already, it's one thing to inform them if they don't know. There's a whole nother thing trying to convince them on things that you've already informed them with.
No,
Yeah,
go get your jab all you want, but don't try to force me. That's where
Why
I'm
don't you
at.
just offer them a hamburger if they don't get the shot?
Oh my God!
you know why my stepfather got it? He got it because his job gave him $100 to do it. Like, if they got to pay you to take this damn
Offer
thing,
him
there's something
150.
wrong.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I talked to a guy that was offered $100 to take a jab each time, and he got entered in Vaxamillion twice for doing it.
Hey.
So,
If you want your jab so bad, you can have my jab too. That's how I feel about it.
Hey, you can have all of our jobs.
Exactly.
But another thing Zach was talking about too, this COVID thing was so misleading. I mean,
Oh yeah, the freaking media really pushed it.
it's
The
only going to
people-
take 6 weeks.
the people that died were already pretty much dead. I mean,
Yep.
Correct. Yeah.
Terminal illness patients.
Yeah.
terminally ill people that got in motorcycle accidents. I mean, it
500
could have been a heart
pounds.
attack, anything.
And I know a research doctor that actually works with a local hospital that reports to the CDC about COVID, and only about 10% of what he reports is actually real.
Yeah, he wants the funding.
No, he has to take it or he'll fucking be fired.
Yeah.
Excuse my effing.
Oh, say what you want. This is why we have this show.
Yeah, well, it's insane when your job is threatened because of a political belief. And Zach really wants to say something about that, I can tell.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
Honestly, I won't get it because I don't want it affecting my body even more. I'm scared of taking it and then not being here anymore.
That's right.
I'll be 100% honest with you about that, Zach.
The worst
My-
thing about the vaccine is it's just not Democrats. The Republicans are pushing it too for the most part.
Those are rhinos. They're not real
Yeah,
Republicans.
I know, but it is scary.
Well, that's Trump CPAC speech. Trump was pushing it, and you know what? At that point, I realized they're all, especially with the fact that Trump stood so steadfast in the past about vaccines in general, and now you're pushing a vaccine.
Yeah, Operation Warp Speed and all that.
But
yeah,
did you see?
you gotta
Did you
read
see the
between
way
the
it was
lines,
looking?
too. You got to read
See, he
between
was
the lines.
looking at
here.
that little dude. What's his name? The guy that was in charge.
Fauci.
Fauci. Yeah. Every time you see Fauci and Trump together, Trump is staring down at him like he wants to destroy him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
choke
yeah.
his little lying ass and say, "Just tell him what's right," but he couldn't for some reason.
Well,
I get-
regardless of
Private too is he was around bad people, giving them bad
Regardless-
information.
You know what?
of
You
all
can
of
put me
that,
bad people, and I will be dead before you can convince me to to sit there and push something that I don't believe in.
Regardless of everything you guys are saying, you're making good points. But with Trump, you got to read between the lines. And even at his last thing in North Carolina, he said about getting the vaccines, but he also said that he would never get it, that he would take the ivermectin or whatever.
Yep.
And
That's true.
I don't think he's pushing it as in he done told everybody he wouldn't
Right.
push it
He led by
100%
example.
that you could make your own choice. But
Yeah, but that's,
they took over after him and they've changed that.
That's a good point. He wouldn't have made it mandatory, I think, but these new people probably are pushing for that.
Mm-hmm.
He did say it was good though. I mean,
Yeah, because he probably has stock in the companies. I mean, he does have investments with probably Johnson and all these companies.
hey, Trump used to be anti all vaccines because of Barron. Okay, and somebody did a really good video about the timeline of Trump's take on vaccines, and you could just tell. I mean, he's been manipulated, and I'm sorry, but anybody that just keeps saying, "Oh Trump, Trump's fucking not like awesome," and blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I'm not a Trump cultist. I will stand behind my values, my fucking what I was electing him for. And if he changes and
I just got called a Trump cultist the other day. Oh my God.
And here's my thing. I love Trump too. He's better than the rest. But people have to realize that he wasn't untouchable. And he has been manipulated and he has wavered.
Okay, yep.
I see it. I see it a little bit differently. I wouldn't follow Trump off the end of the world by no means, but
yeah.
I think that he is still in the middle of a game myself, and
he'll be back in office soon. You kidding? He's coming back.
I don't understand why he says what he says about the jab or whatever, but I know that he is making it a point to say that he's not going to get it.
I think it was so that he's not, because now you could call somebody an anti-vax, and that's like calling somebody crazy. You know, it's a pejorative now to call somebody anti-vax. So that's why he didn't want to be called an anti-vax, because he wanted people to hear his other points. So there was a list of priorities for him at the time. So maybe that's going on.
Hey, Zach.
After CPAC speech, there's people that were doubting getting the vaccine. I heard Trump say that and got it after he said that.
Yeah, but those are the gullible people.
Sheeple.
Yeah, Zach, what you got?
Honestly, if I truly do run for office, I'm going to run as a constitutionalist. I won't be intertwined in the nonsense of the two parties.
Hell yeah, Zach.
I can respect that.
If I run, it'll be as a pacifist.
I think the biggest thing is in today's day and age, if you don't run under one of their titles, you're not going nowhere.
That's true.
I think we need to end that, and I think people are starting to realize that. I think there's a lot more people that understand. They just don't speak out. They're just tired.
Florida just added a whole. You can now actually register instead of Democrat, Republican, Tea Party. You can register as a constitutionalist. No, it's Patriot Party.
I just had to pop on and say something. I was listening, but Trump got it and was promoting it, and I got a strike for posting that speech that he admitted that he and Melania got it. And I just looked it up too, man. He got it.
He did not get it.
No.
And he said this, if you watch the speech and listen to his words, because I listened to everyone because I was streaming it, and I got striked for it. He said that he took it, and he was saying how it's good. Just
Post a
saying,
link
I'm not
to
a
it.
Trumper either way because I'm a freaking
Well, I know,
Canadian.
but can you post it? I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
post
I didn't
that.
watch all of his speeches, so.
Well,
Because I
I'd
don't
have to
believe
go
it at all.
find it again, but it was the CPAC speech after he left
Try to
office.
find it. That would be an important one.
But
I watched the CPAC
that's why they
speech. I
took me
didn't see
down
nothing
for it
about
as well. But he said he fucking took it. So
that. Was it
I'm
an
sorry,
after CPAC speech?
I was behind Trump as
I thought he
good
said he
as-
got the virus.
No, this was after that, bro.
No, listen, B.
Never said that.
What year?
Was it-
What year was that?
Was it after CPAC? Like a speech
It
he
was
did after CPAC?
No, it
It was-
was CPAC.
It was CPAC, yes. I was
Apparently.
streaming
In
to
the
find it somehow.
CPAC speech, he never said he had got the vac. I watched it.
I got
I'm gonna
spam,
go-
scams, and deceptive practices for posting that.
He got.
I know Mike Pence got it. I saw Mike Pence getting it, but I don't know about Trump.
And then all you have to do is search,
Pence
man.
did get
And
it.
Mike Pence didn't really get it. It wasn't even a real needle.
Yeah, probably not. But the image is what matters. You know, some people believe it.
Okay.
I know from what I've seen. I never heard him say got it in the CPAC. I mean,
Hold
I
on,
did
let me-
hear him
I'm
talk
gonna-
about having
clip.
the.
Cut it down.
I did see him talk about getting the virus, and he said that he got what was it, therapeutics and
Yeah, this was after that, man. This was after that.
hydrochloroquine.
I
That's
remember
it.
that too. I do. No, this was after that.
Well, he said
This was
that
when he
even
was
last
leaving
week at
office.
North Carolina. Was it last week? 2 weeks ago, he said the same thing in North Carolina that he wouldn't get the shot.
I didn't see that. But
I'm thinking it's probably something that's chopped and cut because watching it
no, I
live
was
on
watching
TV,
it
I never
live,
heard
man.
that.
It wasn't chopped and cut. It
And
was
watch-
live. You can tell when things are chopped and
Well,
cut.
show it to me then. Then you put a link in the box.
Oh, I'd have to find it because
Dude, what
like
you
I
do is you
said,
get the
they
trans.
deleted my channel that I had it on. They deleted that whole channel that I had.
What you could
that
do
I
is get the
posted on.
transcripts of different speeches, right? Put them together, and then use a find function on your word processor and search
Again,
through the transcript.
all I'm saying is what
I'm
I
not
witnessed with my own fucking ears, my own eyes.
I
And
know.
all I'm saying here is people need to do a little bit more research about that.
That's
because
right.
he
That's right,
said that
Martin.
he took it.
He said
all I'm
that he
saying.
took
I'm not here to argue
hydrochloroquine
or
and
to
that's
fight.
a vaccine.
But
I'm looking
a
for it right
witness
now. I
to
can't
him
find it.
stating that him and his wife took it, and that was right after he left office at the CPAC convention. If people want to, I honestly, I don't have.
I'm looking for it now.
hunting and digging for it right now.
Martin said that the hydrochloroquine is a vaccine too. So I mean, what did he say exactly?
Just looked it up. It was reported by ABC, NBC, Rolling Stone, and others that Trump got in secret, and he
Is
came out and he
reported.
said it at the CPAC speech.
I'm not saying he didn't say it. I want to see it though before I go around telling
Well, I'm
people
just-
that happened.
Right. So, well,
Right now, it's hearsay.
he said it at his if you go to that speech, which is on the internet, and you go find
I
I understand, but I'm
Okay.
telling you the specific speech it's from. I would have the clip if they hadn't deleted me.
All right, so look, I found something on Snopes. All right, I know we don't like Snopes here, but Snopes is saying that it's not proven that he took it. I'll post a link for the Snopes thing. I know we don't like Snopes, and they wouldn't try because they would get a defamation lawsuit from him, and they know that, so they wouldn't try to make it up. I think that easily, that big of a lie.
and the
And
fact
then-
that Democrats own the media and they can make anything look real. I mean, they even
Besides
look
that,
when Joe Biden's on the screen and he looks like he's talking like a sophisticated, intelligent person. That's a robot or some kind of image. That's
Well,
not the real idiot
Whoever
Potato
was
in
acting as
charge.
Donald Trump at the CPAC convention after he left office said that. That's what I'm saying, and it was live. It
Well, if
wasn't
he
something I
said
saw after.
vaccine, he could be telling the truth. I mean, I'm not saying he's lying. I just don't know. I've never seen that.
He could have said I took Maxine, and they just dubbed over it.
But anyway,
That's
I personally would think that if he did, then the media would push it really hard to try to get everybody else to push
Yeah,
it or to do it.
check that Snopes link, all right? I know we don't trust Snopes, but check that link, and I don't think they would outright lie about something like that because they could get sued for defamation.
And they're on the other side too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
why would
If he
they?
took it, they'd be pushing it. But they saying that he said that everybody should take the vaccine, but he never said he took it. He just said that him and Melania tested positive and were treated at whatever hospital.
yeah.
I mean, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I know what he says in his speeches that I've heard.
Yeah.
Unless I missed it somewhere that he said that.
I saw the
don't
video
believe it.
where I saw the video where Pence was trying to show that he's taking it and all that. I mean, Pence is a crooked one, but I don't think Trump didn't do anything like that.
I'm pretty damn studied up on stuff too, because I mean, I'm the one that brought Lockstep to everybody. I mean, I'm not stupid. I wouldn't say something unless I believe it.
Yeah,
I don't think Trump took it.
I don't think I didn't hear him say that either.
Yeah.
Because I listened to all his speeches.
I would have
I do too.
remembered
I don't
it. Like I would have lost a lot of respect for him if he took it. So.
And like you said, the media will go all it'll be all over the media. Trump took the vaccine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't see that.
Yeah, I do. I do believe you're right, TCP. I don't. Why wouldn't they push that? Because they know the people that aren't getting it are Trump supporters.
Right.
Well, some Trump supporters are getting it because I've talked to a few, and it's sad.
Well, yeah, I know some of them are, but
They volunteered.
Well,
they were like first in line.
Not all of them.
No, some of them, but
My stepfather got it.
the whole
Like I
point of
said,
this
he's a
is,
Trump supporter.
We were trying to set these are gay, or that's why they left. It's just, I listened to his speeches very carefully.
My
I just
boss's
wanted-
son.
He is really good.
I just wanted the link. I was defending him at first, but then I was like, show me the link, whatever.
Yeah.
If you got proof of it, put it in front of me. I don't want to fight with nobody. I mean, I can't snatch you up and whoop your ass to a camera.
if I could, I would.
But like I said,
Yeah, I
I
think
just
he
wanted
said
to
it.
know what was going on. Like, what are you talking about? I never heard about that. And I watched the CPAC. I mean, he may have said something that made people think that he did. But every speech I've heard, he said that he will not take it. Because they ask him, the reporters are usually like, what about you, Trump? Are you going to take it? And,
What about if they decide to make a passport? Because I know they're doing that in other countries. They want to do it here too because they're testing everything abroad to make sure they can control us here to make us a one ugly, world. Vaccine passports, we can't go shopping or go on buses
Dude.
or go on trains or
So
go to bars or
So over here on the Snopes thing, it just says New York Times correspondent Maggie Haberman wrote in a March 1st tweet that an unnamed advisor confirmed that both the president and the first lady were vaccinated in the White House in January. So it's just an unnamed hearsay. Maybe he told somebody to say he took it, just to provide some misdirection there so they stop asking.
Right.
Well,
But he never said it himself that he took anything, and there's no evidence of it.
Navy vet just said search something, more proof.
Hearsay.
I don't know.
We're not here to upset people. If that's why he can't have left, then
I don't care, whatever. Just show me the proof. I want to see it. Like, because I know he was completely against taking it before. And if he did take it, he has to be compromised.
Believe it or not, there's actually Democrats that don't want to take the shot, even over here in the Bronx, right where I live. There's Democrats that don't want to take it. Okay, so I've seen it's a weird, very weird. The vaccine thing is a very weird situation. It crosses party lines. It's a hard mentality type of thing.
Smiley, you know what? About 15 years ago, I was in the Bronx and some dude peed on the side of my car.
Well, that happens. I've seen that happen often here.
I was in it.
Oh, you were in it?
I was in it. I didn't want to get out.
Yeah, it's a rough place. It's a rough place.
It was nothing. But I stayed in the car.
Yeah. But like I said, not disagreeing with it. It's just
I'm disagreeing with him because I don't think Trump said it. Like I find counter evidence, but not evidence for it.
Well, I think there might have been bird shit on my door. That's why the guy was peeing on it.
Probably.
I won't lie 100%.
He thought your car was on fire.
I'm an asshole, and I could have been being smart, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But anyway, I wanted proof. That's it. I mean, if I'm a dick and you don't like it, then don't talk to me. Go ahead, Zach.
What, buddy?
Kate didn't get upset. I think she had to go do some stuff.
Oh, no, we were talking about
the
D's.
Canada guy. Oh, yeah.
We think D's got upset with us because we didn't. I won't apologize for being an asshole. I never have before, and I won't now. I just wanted proof. But anyway, in other news, Zach has a sweet-ass shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for the proof that we're asking for, is what Kay just said.
Hey, Zach. How you doing, buddy?
If it takes that long, it was probably an edited video, Kay.
Maybe that.
I'm going to drop a link for you guys backstage here. This is a patent that dates back to 2013 for testing the COVID. And the inventor is Richard A. Rothschild.
Oh, yeah.
That's
definitely.
Sounds familiar. I think I know him.
Didn't we just do this whole show based on that?
Yeah,
we did.
Pretty much. Yeah,
but he wants more proof.
That's the thing. You can agree or disagree.
It was.
It's not about arguing who's right or who's wrong. It's just this is the problem we're having.
TCP. It's not you can agree or disagree. There's also you can just not care.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just don't give a shit. Let it go, and let's see what happens.
A lot of us look bad over false information.
D's just put in the chat. Trump tells fans to get vaccinated during CPAC address. Yeah, he does tell people to get it, but then in the same thing he says he won't get it.
Yeah, so he's leading by example by not getting it. So
I don't know
that's-
if he's leading by example. I just know that I'm not getting it, and he's acting like he's
I wasn't
not
gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it even if he said he got it himself. I wasn't gonna do it. But there are people that would trust it more.
I mean, like I said, I don't care. My stepdad got it. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It's not for me. Trump could get it. It's not for me. I don't think it is 100% what we think it is. I don't think that it's magnets crawling in your arm. I don't think it's none of that. I think part of it, maybe originally was to help people.
Fuzz T-Fuck has a point. The vaccine was not available back in January.
Oh,
I don't know.
So
I do know, though, that I won't get it, and that's that. I mean,
he got the
Yeah.
hydrochloroquine, which is not a vaccine, obviously.
No, it's a pill you take
Yeah,
for
so-
malaria,
Yeah,
but
he did that.
which,
The
malaria is pretty
therapeutics.
wicked stuff.
the therapeutics are a type of vaccine, though, that he took.
I don't
Yeah,
give a
that's right.
fuck, bro. No, it's
Hey,
my
guys.
internet. It's not you. It's not the conversation. It's my internet.
Can I jump in there for a second? That patent I'm talking about, if you look at it, it goes in a lot more detail than just being a test for the virus that came out in 2013. It goes in detail about data mining, using your body to data mine.
Yep. Well,
We covered earlier about, they covered because
They
I
do.
couldn't be in here about how this all came out in 2010, the actual documents of how they were going to do this.
No, they
Yep.
data mine with our cell phones and with our computers and everything that we are doing right now. It's all data mined. How many apps do you have on your phone so you can save money at different stores? That all that information goes somewhere.
yeah, Zach.
Go ahead, Zach.
Go ahead, buddy.
Thank you so much, Navy Vet, for the great information.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
thanks,
welcome,
buddy.
brother. Next time you're
Got
doing a show, let me know ahead of time, and I'll try to dig up info for it. I've been into WikiLeaks way before Obama ever came to office. I've got 3 other websites that are almost just like that of declassified stuff, and I've got
Really? Wow.
yeah, I've got gigs and gigs of zipped files that are compressed, but they're passworded. I can't
Nice.
open them up. They're 256-bit encrypted, so I can't get into them. I don't even know what are in those and stuff. This is just the stuff I can see. I'm finding all kinds of crap.
The tip of the iceberg, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. There's another one. It's called, besides WikiLeaks, everybody knows about. There's another one. It's really obscure. It's called Lapping Force Headquarters. It's a .org. When you go in the entrance, it looks really like a badly made website. But if you keep clicking around, and the only way you can find the links from each page is if you do you hold down the shift key and hit A, so it highlights the whole web page, and then you can find a small little link. It'll be like one little dot. You keep following your way around on that website, you'll come up with all kinds of declass stuff, and some of it was from just this February.
Really? Wow.
I'd say you have some really useful information, Navy Vet. And I wasn't discrediting that. I was just saying that earlier I got them to cover the Lockstep documents, and a lot of people don't even know about that. I mean,
Yeah, the Lockstep goes all the way back to 2010 and stuff. There is the earliest documents of it. And I sent Zach some more elaborate documents that are like 130 pages long concerning Lockstep.
Holy shit. That's insane.
Yeah, these are the real deal. This isn't the brief for both documents. It's the actual, full shit.
Right, I got
Yeah.
you.
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Carl.
How you doing?
I've been better. Having a rough night tonight.
I hope it gets better for you.
No, I tried sleeping, but I said I can't turn my head off.
Can you exercise right now first? Because that usually helps me sleep when I exercise.
Yeah, that's probably half my problem. I haven't exercised for the last 2 days.
Yeah, so your body's not physically tired.
Yeah, and I was doing that every day. I was doing my hikes and I was doing
Yeah.
push-ups and sit-ups.
You got to get back to it.
Yeah,
Right.
I stopped doing it for a couple of days, and I guess I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
That's
That's the
better.
problem. That's what happens to me. Then I can't sleep if I don't exercise.
Yeah,
Right.
I can't turn my head off. My brain is just.
Yep.
I think it's partially the 5G. I hear rain.
Stop watching television.
I don't
I don't
watch
watch
television.
TV.
I haven't owned a television for almost 9 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
Me either. I have this computer thing.
I just
Yeah,
have a cell
on my
phone.
computer.
And I only started on the YouTube probably 2 years ago. I started looking at YouTube.
Awesome.
So I don't know how to do all this stuff. I actually just got a new phone. That's why I'm able to be up here now.
I didn't know you could do that on a phone.
Yeah.
Sure you can.
Yeah.
Kay showed me how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do it on your
Carl,
phone, your laptop, your desktop, your tablet.
I got a gaming PC, and I figure I'll just do it here.
I don't have a computer. I've never owned a computer.
Yeah, I got a gating rig. I turned
Carl,
into a research rig.
I know exactly what you're saying about having sleepless nights, and I had a lot of those myself, but I eventually had to draw a line in the sand and say, I know where I stand, and I don't know. It was rough for a long time getting to that point, though.
Yeah.
I've been aware of most of this stuff that's going on here for decades.
Yep.
And
Yeah, me too, brother.
In the last couple of years, I realized that it's worse than I ever thought it was. I knew it was bad, but it's worse than I ever thought it was. And now, here we are.
We're at the breaking
realizing
point.
what happened with the election last year, and we still have to wait now. We're still waiting for something to happen, and I've been ready to start slinging bullets at these motherfuckers for a long time, and I've been holding myself back. It's probably a good thing I don't have my guns anymore.
I think the plan is to let the enemy destroy themselves, just get out of their way, because they're starting to implode. If you notice, they're starting to fight between themselves.
Like AOC.
Yeah, exactly.
Why interfere? They're in the process of destroying themselves.
Yeah,
don't get in the way when somebody's, your enemy's destroying themselves. Let them have at it.
Some people feel differently about that, though. I understand where Carl's coming from. I'm one of those guys that if this audit doesn't do nothing, then I'm ready to do it too. I don't give a shit. This ain't about me. This is about my daughter.
It's not about if you want to do something. It's our duty. It's right there in the paperwork. It is our duty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit back and watch them peacefully implode if something doesn't change after this audit. I mean,
just remember, people at the Capitol are being held for doing nothing violent at all.
Right.
Yeah, well,
but then they say, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord." So I guess we're supposed to just wait and let him sort it out.
Yeah, you have to resist it until you can't no more.
Yeah.
You have to let it come naturally. The anger.
I understand.
My PTSD gets the better of me. I have that Rambo syndrome where I was turned into a trained killer, and then kicked out the door afterwards. And when I went back to him for help after being out for over, I guess 15 years or more, I was out for. I went back to him for help, and I get shit. I get nothing.
Yep.
And it's just it's so frustrating, and
the way they treat veterans is horrible, man. I know, brother. I went like one time, and the way they treat you, it's like, oh, you're making this up. You're just full of shit and stuff there, and and you've got to jump through a million hoops, and it'll be a year down the road before we can do anything and stuff there. Here, take these extra large bottles of Motrin, by the way.
Yeah, well, I stopped taking all the shit they were giving me. The only thing I take for drugs now is my insulin, because I'm a type 1 diabetic, which I think the Army gave me diabetes. Because why would a 25-year-old guy in top physical shape get diabetes?
Did you start having medical issues after, like a couple of years you've been in? Like, say, for me, about 5-6 years after boot camp, when, you get all those fucking vaccines and shots, and then Desert Storm, they gave us more vaccines, and some of those were experimental. And I've had all kinds of medical issues that I shouldn't even have. Like my liver, they said, it looks like I'm a hardcore drinker. And that was at 25. Yeah, I was drinking and stuff, but I wasn't that hard yet and stuff there. And they already said it looked like I had cirrhosis and stuff there. And I'm like, now how's that possible? And then all kinds of other problems people are having, like the Gulf War syndrome and shit.
Yeah, well, in the summer of 1993, I went to and did jungle warfare school in Panama. So July, August of 93. And when I went there, they gave me all kinds of fucking shots for stuff. Well, that was when I first started getting sick in Panama.
Yep.
So I had a reaction right off the bat from that stuff. And then a year later, in September of 94, I had decided the hell with the Army, because Clinton was in office by then. And I didn't want to be working for Clinton. I knew he was a piece of shit. So I decided to get out. I got out of the Army on September 27th of 1994. And I was in Seattle, Washington, working. I was framing a house, and I was putting a roof on the house, and I collapsed on the roof. And I almost went off the fucking roof, but a guy actually saved my life, kept me from going off the roof. So they took me to the hospital to find out why I collapsed on the job like that. And come to find out, I have type 1 diabetes, and my blood sugar was over 600.
Holy shit.
And I'm, and here I am. I'm in perfect physical shape, And so how did that happen? So I ended up getting a service-connected disability because it happened so soon after I got out of the Army. But I only got 20% disability for it, which was fine. I figured, okay, that's fine. I take my 20%.
Yeah.
They give me my insulin for free and stuff. And I went on and lived the rest of my life here. Well,
they do, yeah.
And then back in 2012, I started getting sick again. I've had ketoacidosis a couple of times, and they kept giving me more medications. And everything just got worse and worse and worse. And I ended up being homeless. I lost my vehicle, and when I became homeless, I had to give up all my guns. Because I don't have any criminal record. I've never spent the night in jail. So I had to give up all my guns because I was homeless. I had a license to carry a concealed weapon in Massachusetts. That ain't easy to get. It's just, and I've just been fighting with them all ever since. And I have a bad attitude. I know I have a bad attitude. I have a real bad attitude because when people get in my face, I tell them to go fuck themselves, and you don't get anywhere doing that. And I know this, but I can't help myself sometimes. And I have anger issues. I admit it, but I don't know. I just get so frustrated, as you can probably tell.
Yeah.
I tend to have a slight temper myself. I mean, who don't in these times? I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I think if you're not getting upset, then there's something wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, it's. I understand. I believe in God, and I have read the Bible. I actually preached when I was a young 16-year-old boy, but God can also move through us to start that, to fix that. It's not just waiting on him to do something. It's waiting on him to tell one of us to do something.
Right.
You know, there's a multitude of things. I mean, do you think that the people that come over here and held the flag up for them to write the Star Spangled Banner, do you think, you know, they're going to hell? I don't think so. I think they were heroes. You know, and you can be in war with God on your side. You don't have to be the evil part of war.
Yeah.
I got a book right here. It's called. Let me see if I can get this. Let's see it. Narrative of a Revolutionary Soldier by Joseph Plum Martin. And this guy wrote this book. He wrote this himself after he served in the Revolutionary War. I believe he was like 15 when he started. He ended up leaving as a sergeant. But it totally details all the hardships that those guys went through. And then after the whole thing, he never even got fucking paid. They never paid him after all that.
Wow, that talk about putting a bitter taste in your mouth. Literally freeing your country and getting nothing for it and stuff there.
Yep.
But you know what? When that guy went to his deathbed, he knew that he had done something right, you know, in his lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you're going to do something for that, if you're going to fight a war like that, I don't think you should expect to be paid. Because me personally, I wouldn't expect to be paid. I would be doing it for my daughter, her kids. I wouldn't be doing it for money, you know.
No, it's not about the money, but you should be compensated for you still have a family that has to feed while you're off fighting the war.
Oh yeah, I understand that in those times, but I'm just relating.
You're talking about right now.
Yeah, it would be more important for me. Go ahead, Zach.
I don't care about attitude. It upsets me that our government doesn't give a shit about military. That's one of the biggest parts of why I want to run. Get every military person and veteran the help they need.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right about that, Zach.
Hey, not to that, bro.
And what you're saying about the money, I know, like when I went in '89, it certainly wasn't about the money because I think it was maybe $840 a month for E3 when I was in, something like that. But you're definitely not doing it for the money and stuff. You're doing it because you believe in something that's bigger than yourself.
I'm just speaking on
7 something. I got 7. I think it was like $770 when I joined a month. Something like that. A month. 770.
I think that's why a lot of people do it, is just to do something for their country. I know my grandfather was in Vietnam. One of them, the other one was in World War II, and neither one of them seen a dime. But my grandmother was rich after my grandfather died.
Yeah, we've got. I just had a memorial about 2 weeks ago for my uncle. He was a veteran. My dad was a veteran. Both my grandfathers, 2 uncles and 2 great uncles when I was growing up. So like literally there's like I think 7 or 8 veterans I grew up with. And like all wars were covered from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam between all 3 of them. And to be a fly on a wall growing up as a kid, I mean, as a little kid, I knew I was going to be going in the military. I just knew I would be doing that. I didn't know what branch at that time, but I knew I was going to serve.
Yeah, I wanted to. I wanted to too, but I didn't have the support system.
I wanted to, but I messed up too young and ended up having to be a man really quick. Well, I'm not discrediting that if you go to the Army, you're not a man. I'm just saying that I had other obligations that kept me from going.
But I can tell you right now, Veterans Administration is really backed up. I tried to get a copy of my DD-214 because I lost it. And they said it would take like 18 months for me to get it.
I was on their website because I need to get an updated copy of mine, and they can't even. They're not even accepting records requests right now. If you want to try to get it, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't call the phone number on there either.
Yep, you can't do shit right now.
I guess I got lucky because I had to get an awards letter so I could renew my lease here where I'm at. They were going to kick me out, but they changed their minds because I gave them all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
They didn't want to fuck with me anymore. I told them, go ahead, fuck with me and see what you're going to get. So I guess I shouldn't be threatening these people, but I'm really at the end of my rope here.
I'm losing a discount on a new car I bought. That kind of sucks because I got to pay interest on it for 7 years. Oh well. 40 miles to the gallon. Woohoo.
40 miles to the gallon. Holy shit.
You know, we should be at like 200 miles per gallon. I had a 82 Honda Accord. It was a standard, and I got 34 miles to the gallon in that thing. And I remember like driving all the way from Columbus, Ohio to Cincinnati and back on $5.
Wow. Yeah, Honda
Wow.
Accords
Those were the days.
Yep.
The Accords are good cars. My dad had two of them. He had the 6-cylinder Accord. He bought two of them, and he bought them brand new, and he had them for years. But they were good cars.
But I'm just saying, if they were able to get 34 miles to the gallon in a piece of shit car like that back in the '82, you know, we haven't gone anywhere.
I got a Kia Rio, a 2021 Kia Rio. It's got a little 4-cylinder engine, and it shakes at 72, 74 miles an hour. Starts shaking, so I guess it's not meant for that.
Right.
Guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Zach, thank you for covering the Lockstep stuff for me while I was busy. TCP, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope y'all get a good night's rest. And Zach, get a hold of me tomorrow, brother.
Have a good night, Reaper.
Good night, buddy.
Have a good one.
Nice meeting you, man.
He was muted.
Who?
These.
Oh.
Yeah, he was saying bye and everything with his mic muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was reading his lips though.
I was reading a Facebook comment on my other monitor.
Yeah.
So, Zach, have you done any research into the inertial mass reduction device? That's the flying triangle and stuff. Now, this is what woke me up, that there was a lot of stuff there. I've always, as a kid, believed in UFOs, not saying aliens, but aircraft that you can't identify. I did Air Force ROTC in high school, and then I was almost got my own amateur pilot's license, and then I worked on aircraft in the Navy, and so I'm really familiar with all the different types of aircraft. Late 90s, or I want to say around 97, 98, we were at our favorite fishing hole, and it was almost a moonless night, but the stars were like really shining because of where we're at. The light pollution is really low. And literally the sky got blacked out, and it was a triangle shape, just like what they're talking about. And it was literally the size of what you see, maybe like an F-15 or F-14, probably about 60-foot wings, 70 foot. Anyways, no noise.
What year
no
was
noise. 97, 98, if I had to guess.
Because now they have triangular planes that are unmanned.
Yeah, well, this was perfect triangle. All three sides were the same length and same angle and stuff there, unlike what we see some of these other ones. And this is pre-drone. Like I said, there was absolutely no noise at all. And then with a snap of a finger, I mean that quick, this thing was all the way down at the other end of the reservoir we were fishing and hovering over the dam. And it didn't scare us or anything. It wasn't, intimidating. It was just kind of like in awe, like, wow, and stuff. What the fuck do you see? And when I would try it, it was a buddy with me, and we would try to describe it to other people. And of course, you guys were batshit crazy. And we're like, well, what we saw defied everything they teach us in school, with mass and, for every action, there's an opposite equal reaction. Well, unless you can reduce the mass of something, if you can reduce the mass of something so small, then you can make something the size of an aircraft carrier move like a hummingbird, which is about what this thing moved like. I mean, it was so agile how quick it just snapped, and then it hovered over the dam for a little bit, and then it shot up into the sky and was gone. And again, no noise ever and stuff there. And the fastest thing I can see on Earth that we all know of that I can relate it to is when you have two magnets and they snap together. That instant, yeah, that's how quick this thing moved. It was just snap of a finger. There was no acceleration. It was just it's there.
Magnetic propulsion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I believe it had to be and stuff. And what really tied it together was when they released that patent in 2016, and it's called inertial mass reduction device. And then you pull it up, and the picture of it is a perfect triangle, just as I had described. I had a couple of friends that called me, like, dude, look at this patent.
Well, I think somebody tried to use a bell to do that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other ones and stuff there. There's multiple forms, but the biggest thing is by reducing the mass. That's more important than anything because, like I said, you can size and weight no longer matter at that point. So very little energy, you can do a lot.
Mm-hmm. You draw that stuff, Kay?
Actually, my friend who is a tattoo artist drew it, and I was so bummed. I had all the stuff, but he was supposed to do some tattoos on me this weekend, but we didn't have any ink. But this, I mean, literally just in the time that I was cooking breakfast the other morning, we put in a new freezer for my sister, and he got a hold of the box and like maybe 30, 40 minutes did all of these. I'll grab the other one.
Good. I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah, surprisingly, I never got any while I was in the Navy.
I always thought it was kind of a waste of money.
It's for
I did too. Yeah, some of those tattoos were crazy. I mean, you don't get paid much in the military like we were talking about. And some of those, you only get paid once every 2 weeks. And so you divide, what do you say, $770, divide that 2. Now you get about maybe, $335 each paycheck. And these tattoos are $250, $300, $400. Yeah. There goes that check.
Yeah, and good ones cost even more than that. Like,
yeah. I was just using like an average and stuff there. If you know that cosmetic ink, they were up. Some of them were $1,000, and that was back in the early '90s.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I did consider getting some to like commemorate my parents, since they don't have burial spaces. There's, I think, on my brother's girlfriend's countertop, I believe now. So
I'd only get maybe the tattoos I earned while I was in the Navy. There's different tattoos that represent, where you've been in the ocean, how many miles you've traveled, and stuff like that. I might get those later on, but that's about the only ones I'd probably get.
The best ones I've ever seen is my friend Danny. He has 3 kids, and he got all 3 of their kids when they were born. He had their footprints tattooed on his arm.
Oh, wow.
So he's got the kids' footprints, so we'll always have them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
From when they were born.
That's original. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
My brother has his kids' names on his arms, And then he has the different styles of martial arts that he's studied on his legs.
I do a parachute rigger that would go to the bars, and he'd tell the ladies he had a cock that hung below his knee, and he'd say, and I could prove it, and they'd be like, yeah, bullshit. And like, and he'd pull up his pant leg, and he had a rooster on a noose that was tattooed that hung down below his knee.
Yeah.
I actually worked in the parachute rigging facility in Fort Benning for about a week. When I was on, I got hurt in jump school, so I had to redo it all, and I was on like convalescent leave for a week, and they put me in there straightening out all the parachutes afterwards before they repacked them.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was interesting to do.
I worked on F-14, so the parachute riggers we had, they would handle the G suits mainly for the pilots, doing adjustments on them.
When I got my entry-level status discharge from the Army, I ended up painting foot lockers for 2 weeks. Interesting.
There's worse jobs out there, brother.
So that patent of that inertial, mass reduction device, it never was actually made. So you can patent stuff like that without actually making the product. You're patenting the concept of it.
Right.
So well, there's no evidence that it exists. It's just
there is. I fucking saw one. Excuse me.
But that's in court. That wouldn't be evidence, even if you just say you saw it.
Oh, I know. So what I saw and what I just I described it as inertial, or not inertial, but I did it.
Right. I know what you saw, but how come nobody could capture it? Because I want to see it.
Well, not everybody had cell phones in the late '90s, brother.
Now they should be able to.
I saw something different in the '70s. So it was three lights in a triangle formation traveling at weird speeds and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but all of a sudden they all three went off into separate directions.
Yeah, the only reason that the correlation that my friends, a couple of them were like, no, I'm not lying, and that is real, is because I described what the patent is before the patent came out, almost 20 years. I described it was some form of mass reduction because it defied Newton's laws.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if I described it and then I said circle and then they show a triangle, or I said triangle or circle and then they showed a triangle. But no, I described a fucking triangle equal sides, and that's what the patent shows.
The only thing about triangles and primitive shapes is that they're so common, and that if we imagine things, we're most likely to see those shapes.
No, I didn't imagine this, man.
I saw a couple of them out in California once, but they weren't up close. They were far, far away, way up in the sky, and it was just lights, but they were shooting back and forth. And I mean, it wasn't a plane, that's for sure. Whatever it was, there were two of them, and me and another guy saw.
You guys know who Kelly Johnson is?
No, but I know who Kelly Slater is.
Kelly Johnson was the director and lead engineer for Skunk Works, Lockheed Martin. You're probably familiar with his most famous work was the Blackbird SR-71.
Yeah.
And when he was on his deathbed, or just before then, he said that we're actually about 70, 80 years ahead of what we're seeing.
Yeah. Because what I read in the patent just now just says it's an electromagnetic device that changes its polarity, but there's nothing about changing actual, mass. It's just saying it changes the gravitational field, but it sounds like a lot of stuff from pop physics books.
Now, hold on. There's a science experiment. Ghost was on here, and I were talking about it a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember the scientist's name. They took two magnets that had opposing fields, really strong, like rare earth ones, and then they made them into basically, if you took a soccer ball and cut it in half, and they
concave shapes.
Yeah, so they mechanically had to force these things together, then they bolted them together so they would stay that way. And they weighed it, and then they took the same weight object, and when they would drop them, the magnetic one would drop at a slightly slower rate. Given it was only a few milliseconds, but it did fall slower. So there is something to that of the mass being reduced through magnetic fields there. There's just a lot of science we haven't been taught. We've been fooled too long.
Well, there are magnetic fields. That's that is a
exactly. The magnetic poles change all the time depending on how the Earth shifts on its slant, and there are fields that generate magnetic fields around that. If you knew something, you could tap into them. How to figure that out, I don't know how, but somebody with the right scientific,
I think they used to in thousands of years ago. They had figured out how to do that. If they hadn't figured out how to do that, it would explain some of your, like pyramids and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I saw a video about how they cut stones in the middle, the Middle East and those areas. Now they drill a bunch of small holes and then they fracture it. And they're giant stones. They still do it that way today. So back then they had similar methods to that.
Yeah, but the geometry on it and how perfect it is, and, and lines up with everything. And then when you look at the map, I forget how the math breaks down with the analogy between.
Yeah, they did align it to stars. They did.
Not just the stars. It has to do with the geometry of the pyramid and the correlation to the size of the Earth and everything, and the equator, I believe.
Yeah, they had astronomers. I mean, they had people following these things and mapping.
Yeah, so they were way more advanced than we, think they were, or they try to lead us to believe.
I think pyramids are a lot older than they're led on. They want us to realize. I do too. It's everything that we've been told is a lie and a manipulation. I think we're going to find out that
you real quickly jump into the ley lines.
Really happened.
The rulers have known for a long time that they will have to dumb us down and put us against each other so that we can thin ourselves out, and then they can take care of the rest and rule the earth and enjoy the bounty for the few.
Yeah, that's what they put it right on that Georgia Guidestones. That's what they want. They want to keep the population down. Because
those things need torn down.
I don't think there are as many people on the planet as they say there are. I don't believe there are 7 billion people on the planet. I think they've jacked up the numbers in order to pay themselves more because they're
that makes sense. My brother's girlfriend worked for the census for 3 years. And they only count people for 1 year.
Even if there were 7 billion people, they could fit everybody in the planet in the state of Texas.
True, but we wouldn't want them there.
I mean, no, we wouldn't want to all be there. But what I'm saying is, every single person on the planet could be sitting in the state of Texas right now, and and it'd still be room. They're making it up. They're lying to us, and they've got everybody fooled. Well, not everybody, but most of us.
Like the food shortage,
even the people that are awake don't fully realize what the truth is. Like I said, I've been up on this stuff for decades, and I'm still learning new stuff all the time.
Yeah, anybody who says they know it all is the guy who needs to learn a lot. The more I know or start learning, the more I realize there's so much more I don't know.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the food shortage and all this other stuff. Does it add up?
Yeah, it doesn't at all and stuff there. I think it's, it's only because it's a planned food shortage.
Yep. Like we just read in the article. I mean, the document.
And I mean that on a global level.
I got a freezer full of meat.
So guess what, Glowfus? You just got exposed tonight. Big time. Now we know what your plan is. At least I do. You've been exposed. Yeah, as they do, we'll call it.
If you look at some of the early literature, wherever the you know, when they were doing the explorations, even when the Europeans were exploring, they always had a little fictional literature came out around the time about like magic existing, even about Egypt, or when they came to America, they talked about the Native Americans. You know, you could follow the history of fictional literature, and they always, and it kind of attracted people, and there was a bunch of charlatans that jumped online. And they promoted that idea that there was magic, and the early people in the colonies in America believed in magic. They had the magical worldview.
Right.
So it's hard to determine fact from fiction, because there's a lot of people that they want to believe that everything foreign is magic.
What about some of the Tartarian stuff there? And like the 1873. Columbiana exhibit and stuff there, where they supposedly built all these massive buildings that were like that was equivalent of Rome, and there's not a lot of pictures out of there, but they supposedly built all this in just 3 years on swampland. And if you go look at the pictures of this place, it's like there's no freaking way they made something this elaborate in just 3 years. I don't care what you say, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah, I think we're going to find out that all the woo-woo stuff that they want us to think isn't real is real. Everything from Bigfoot to UFOs, the whole thing. Werewolves. Yeah, exactly. Those things are real. The wolf
Scary. If you ever actually saw one.
I've heard a bunch of accounts of people seeing those things. I heard an account of a guy on a motorcycle. I think he was in Maryland. He was out on a dirt bike and he saw one of those things, and it was standing right in front of him. And I guess it put its hands up and went vroom 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 like that in front of him. With its hands. Yeah. It didn't make any sound or anything, but in other words, it was aware of how he was controlling the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And it freaked the guy out. Obviously, the whole thing freaked him out, but his account of it was, it blew me away.
One of the things we have ever since they closed down mental institutions, right, especially in New York City, over here in New York City, we still see schizophrenics walking the streets, yelling at the trains, talking to people in the streets. There's a lot of schizophrenics here. And we see that, and they believe it in their head that they're seeing and talking to people. And yeah, you could walk outside down the street, and there's a good chance you'll see a schizophrenic in New York City. It's just common.
It's the same way in Columbus too, man. I think it's every major city now that they close all the institutions.
Yeah, because there's no institution, so they're walking the streets and they're talking to like light poles and stuff.
Oh yeah, you see it all the time in Columbus and stuff there, all the time.
So
or like you said, they'll be shouting at something, like standing there shouting at a trash can, like shaking their fist at it.
I think you're going to find that schizophrenics are actually, they're not necessarily crazy. They're just people that are able to see into that other dimension that the rest of us.
That's one of the theory I've had for a long time, is that they're seeing another dimension we can't see and stuff there, maybe.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this autism, you're going to find the autism is going to be the same type of thing.
Jesus.
I think, the people who are autistic are going to be, you're like, they're the ones who are going to send the furthest.
Yeah, my nephew's autistic. He's absolutely brilliant. Straight A student. He just graduated from high school.
Oh, did he? Nice.
Yeah.
Almost all of them are savant in some way, whether it be music or puzzles or geometric patterns or math or.
Yeah. But my family doesn't really talk to me anymore because they say I'm too angry.
What?
I am. Yeah. I'm pissed off all the time, and I have a hard time not being that way. So
I got the same problem. What I saw in Texas was insane. It was at least 15 foot tall, and moved at incredible speeds. It was insane, and I was one of 5 people there that saw this thing, and we had guns, so we did shoot.
Yeah.
Was that a Sasquatch or was it a Wolfman?
I think it was a werewolf because there was a satanic ritual place around on the nearby ranch, because we were 26 miles outside of Amarillo on a small 16-acre ranch. We had no water, no electric, no nothing. Basically living, and they had some kind of rituals that they were going on. They were sacrificing animals and stuff like that in their little circles and stuff. Yeah, and what we saw was just crazy, and we actually confronted some people that were coming through like a drainage, because we were on a floodplain. There were like drainage, like river almost beds around our camp area, ranch area. We actually found people that were coming up on us with cloaks and daggers. We confronted them at gunpoint, and these were satanic worshipers out in northern Texas, in the middle of nowhere, meaning to come and kill us.
Those fuckers are sick. Hey, I'm going to jump off here. Hawks is getting on here in just a minute. I know he's been really sick, so I'm going to go over and give some support.
All right.
Later, Navy vet.
All right, you guys have a good evening.
Zach.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, go ahead, Zach. I'll listen to you before I leave.
Well, hey family, thank you so much for having a great panel discussion this evening. I appreciate and love every single one of you. I really enjoyed what we talked about today. I just want you to know that you guys mean so much in this world and never ever give up.
Same as you, brother.
Amen, brother.
Love you.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, Zach.
I'm out of here, y'all. Too. I got to get up in the morning. Got to do that work thing. Y'all have a great night. Thanks, Zach.
All right.
All right, man.
We all going to get off?